This is Kugan Cassius for iFLTV. We are in London at the Peacock Gym here in Canning Town. Delighted to be joined by Mr. Devin Haney. A little bit late, but you got here. Kept your fans waiting there.
No, what happened was I got here. I thought I was getting here early because I thought it was at 3 o'clock, but it was 2 o'clock. So I thought I was showing up early for the fans, but
that's all right.
I'm just so happy that everybody waited for me. Everybody, everybody came out. I'm grateful for it, and I'm happy to be in the UK.
Absolutely. No, everyone was quite happy to wait for you, and like I said, you've.
Don't make me feel so.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But a great turnout here. So you've obviously had a lot of love from the UK fans for quite some time. So this is no surprise to see this kind of turnout here.
Yeah, I know. Alhamdulillah, I thank Allah that, I got a fan base here like this. People came out, and, people always supported me from the UK. And I did a media workout with Eddie a long time ago, and I had a good turnout too. So I was, I knew that it would be good. People would come on.
Right, we haven't got that long because I know you're about to go and work out, so I'm going to quickly fire over some stuff to you. So your next fight will be on this BLK Prime card in March. Is that all kind of confirmed, etc.?
No, so we don't know. We got an offer from BLK Prime for March. I'm here to meet Your Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh. That's why I'm in the UK. He has a Ring Magazine event, and so he flew me here, my team here, to meet and talk about what's next.
So nothing concrete and nothing set in stone. You're kind of maybe assessing your options at the moment still.
100%. But as we know, Your Excellency is doing amazing things out in Saudi, even in America as well, in boxing in general. So hopefully, inshallah, we could put something together, and hopefully.
The event you're making reference to is tomorrow night in London, the Ring Magazine Awards Gala, which will be a star-studded event, obviously, in London tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the event that I'm here for.
Devin, I've got to ask you, obviously, a lot of talk about the lawsuit against Garcia and Golden Boy. Can you give us a little update on what's going on with that?
Yeah, it's a lawsuit. That's all I got to say about it.
Everyone's obviously had their opinions about whether this kind of thing should be happening in boxing, etc. I'm sure you would have seen, but you feel like this is something that you need to do.
You got a lawsuit against me too. We got lawsuits against each other, so we'll see what happens.
How do you think? What conclusion do you think will come from this, or are you hoping comes from this?
My team take care of that. My main thing is to take care of the things in the ring, and let my team worry about that and take care of that. At the end of the day, my main thing as me being a fighter, I want to get back in the ring. I want to fight him again, and I want to win. And that's how I want justice to be done. So.
Is that on your list for 2025? A rematch with Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, I mean, if he's clean, yeah. We want to be on an even playing ground. I think that's important, and I'm an advocate for it because I experienced actually, being cheated. I actually experienced somebody being on PEDs. What are you smiling for? Why are you smiling?
No, I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you. Sorry.
No, I'm just talking shit. But I experienced, actually being cheated. So now that I'm actually, took the lead and became, made myself, get tested 24/7, 365 because I feel like that's how it should be. I feel like that's the proper way, the proper step to take forward to clean up the sport of boxing. Because Ryan Garcia ain't the only person taking PEDs. It's a lot of other people doing it too. So yeah.
You can answer both these in one. What do you make of Tank's next fight? And is Tank on the list for 2025 for Devin Haney?
I thought he said it was canceled.
With Roach, is it?
I thought he said something like that on Instagram or some shit.
Is Tank on your list though for 2025? Of
course, I want to make the biggest fights happen. The best fights, the biggest fights. That's the main thing, That's what I'm in this game for. I want to fight the best fighters in the world because I feel like I'm the best, and I genuinely feel that. I just want to be on an even playing ground.
Yes, we are wrapping up here because you have to go and work out. Last question. How's your relationship at the minute with Mr. Hearn? We saw you two have a kind of little back and forth at the Riyadh season card a little while ago, but how's your relationship with Hearn?
No, I mean, I always appreciate Eddie, and you know, at the end of the day, I'm always respect Eddie because he gave me a chance. You know, he helped me, he put me in position in the beginning. It's a lot of things I don't agree with, you know, that Eddie has done, and maybe he feels the same way about me. But you know, I still respect him, you know, as a person because you know, he gave me a chance in the beginning when, you know, I'm not gonna say other people wouldn't, but you know, he was just the guy that jump out there first, and he helped me put my family in position. So I would never, you know, I can't have a, you know, just feel so sour towards him. Like I said, just some things that I don't agree with that he did and that he does, and vice versa.
Right, Devin, listen.
You ask me this, but you don't ask him this.
I will ask him anything you want me to.
No. I just want to.
Of course, I ask Eddie Hearn everything.
You interview Eddie all the time, but you never said, hey, how is your relationship with Devin?
I did. After that moment that you two had at the last Riyadh season card, I asked him about that situation. But I interview Eddie quite often. They're like our interviews. I always, if there's something of relevance to talk about concerning yourself, I'll always do that.
I don't have no questions for Eddie. If I got a question, I'll ask him myself.
Devin Haney, thank you very much for talking to IFLTV. Top man.